Welcome to part 2 of the chronological timeline of Might and Magic. Last video we covered the ancient history, but in this one we are going to be covering the Ashan timeline, which are games made after Ubisoft bought the rights to the Might and Magic franchise. The Ashan timeline can be divided into 9 different ages of time, which are the Mythic Age, Ancient Age, Historical Age, First Eclipse, Second Eclipse, Third Eclipse, Fourth Eclipse, Fifth Eclipse, and then we have the Sixth Eclipse. The Ashan timeline uses YSD, which stands for Years of Seventh Dragon. But anyways, enough of the intro, let's start the timeline. Cosmic Egg and the Primordial Dragon. Date unknown. The Cosmic Egg appears in the void. From it, 2 dragons, the primordial twins, are hatched: Asha, the dragon of order, and Urgash, the dragon of chaos. Colors of magic and creation of Ashan. Date unknown. Asha identifies 6 types of magic flown amidst the void: darkness, light, earth, fire, water, and air. She decides to use them to shape the world. Elemental dragons. Date unknown. Asha gives birth to 6 elemental dragons, manifestation of the colors of magic: Malasa for darkness, Elrath for light, Silana for earth, Arkath for fire, Shalasa for water, and Yalaf for air. Creation of the Elder Race. Date unknown. Each of the elemental dragons receives an elder race from Asha: angels for light, faceless for darkness, elves for earth, dwarves for fire, humans for air, and nagas for water. Creation of demons. Date unknown. Demons are creation from Urgash, the dragon of chaos. Force of creation. Date unknown. The Mythic Age ends with an all-out war between the primordial twins, but on all levels of reality. The dragon of chaos is vanquished, but not destroyed. He's jailed in the planet's fiery core. Creation of the Shantiri Empire. Date unknown. The dragon god sends visions to their mortal servants, instructing them in a proper worship. This leads to the foundation of Shantiri Empire. Demon Angel War. Date unknown. The servants of the Chaos Dragons, the demons, incites a war against the servants of the light, Angel. Elder Wars. Date unknown. A ancient conflict started when the angels, children of the light, launched a crusade on the faceless, children of the darkness. Revelation of the Seventh Dragon. Date 0 YSD. Star Alam reaches the consciousness of Asha. Asha enlightens him and becomes the 7th dragon. He forces the angels and the faceless to sign the Twilight Covenant to end the war and prevent the event from reoccurring. Birth of the Falcon Empire. Date 3 YSD. Falcon the Great unifies the human tribes on the plains to form the Falcon Empire. Birth of Griffin Duchy. Date 25 YSD. Ishvan Griffin, a court knight to Ronan Falcon and his empire, is awarded the title of Duke and founds the Griffin Duchy. Demon Invasion and War of Fire. Date 28 to 40 YSD. Demons invade Ashan and kill most of the angels. The survivors travel to the Falcon Empire and begin its conversion to Elrath. Star Alam sacrificing himself to steal the demons in Shigov. Falcon Empire becomes the Holy Falcon Empire. Date 48 YSD. Brian Falcon becomes the Emperor and gives absolute power to the Search of Elrath. The kingdom is renamed the Holy Falcon Empire. Duke Isvan Griffin is assassinated in his sleep. Years of Healing and Creation of Ireland. Date 50 to 260 YSD. The destruction of the forest caused by the demons caused the elves to unite to heal the forest. The elves formed the nation of Ireland. Skirmish of 7. Date 62 YSD. The 7 followers of Tsar Elam cannot decide on how to follow his teaching and disband, going each their own way. Prophecy of the Demon Messiah. Date 67 YSD. Shahrazad gives the prophecy of the Demon Messiah, who will be born a human and a demon and have the power to free the demons from their prison. Death of Tsar Hashar. Date 74 YSD. Tsar Shahar dies in his sleep. When mages attempt to move his body to the Necropolis, it crumbles to ash. Dragon Knights become a secret order. Date 104 YSD. The Dragon Knights retreat to their secret hideouts upon the will of their dying mentor, Sabadon. War of the Blood Moon. Date 330 to 336 YSD. A total lunar eclipse weakens the walls of Shigov and frees the demons, allowing them to invade Ashan. Creation of Orcs. Date 335 YSD. To combat the unexpected demon incursion, the wizard creates the orcs from human infused with demon bloods. With the orcs, the demons are driven back into their prison. Creation of Beastmen. Date 344 YSD. Mages in the 7th city create Rakshasas, centaurs, minotaurs, and other beastmen. The Magical Plague. Date circa 400 YSD. A mysterious plague ravages the land of the 7 cities, specifically killing wizards. Bane loses his entire family. Birth of Sandro. Date 444 YSD. The birth of Sandro occurs. Discovery of Necromancy. Date 461 YSD. Belkev, a mage from the 7 cities, discovers the art of necromancy and begins to teach it to his followers. Revolt of the Beastmen. Date 467 to 470 YSD. The Beastmen and the Orcs revolt against their human masters. Orc Crusade. Date 470 to 504 YSD. The Wizards and the Knights attempt to crush the rebellion. The Orcs flee. Some of them settle in the Pow Island. Independence of Hammerfall. Date 470 YSD. City of Hammerfalls gains its independence from the Falcon Empire after Thomas Wolfe and Wymorlin Redshield defeats the Imperial Armada under the lead of Sergei Griffin. Creation of Construct. Date 479 YSD. Mages of the 7 cities imbues magic into the first generation of Construct. Discovery of Mother Natura. Date 505 YSD. The Mother Natura is discovered by necromancers. Sandro is banished from practicing necromancy for his revolt against a newly formed cult. Birth of Crag Hack. Date 512 YSD. The birth of Crag Hack occurs. Johanna's successions. Date 528 YSD. Arniel, the High King of Irolan, usurps the authority of the local elf king to centralize power. The minor elven queen, Johanna, refuses to bow to him and keeps possession of her lands. War of the Bitter Ashes. Date 540 to 548 YSD. War between elves and the Holy Falcon Empire gave birth to the Dark Elves. Peace of New Spring. Date 548 YSD. A uneasy peace is maintained between the elves and the Dark Elves. Second Eclipse. Rise of the Demon Sovereign. Date 564 YSD. Second Blood Moon Eclipse came. The Demon Horde rises from Sheogoth. Order of the Void. Date 565 YSD. Sandro resurfaces after 60 years of his banishment. Day of the Tears of Fire. Date 566 YSD. A great fire destroys the elven capital, Brifiga, and kills the High King Arniel. The Dark Elves are blamed and expelled from Ireland, and their leader, Tahana, is killed. Battle at the Farwind Island. Date 568 YSD. Dark Elf leader Urina defeats the forces of the rogue Dark Elf Sinitar, the treacherous human Rudger, and the elf Telenar at Farwind Island. Crisis in Carfell. Date 575 YSD. Band of raiders comes into Sorpigal by the sea on Aegean Peninsula. War under the mountains. Date 586 to 702 YSD. Fighting ensues between the Dark Elves and the Dwarves over the underground. The Dark Elves are eventually driven back. Rise of the Necromancers. Dates 610 to 660 YSD. Enmities arise between wizards and necromancers, leading to 50 years of hostility. Reoccurrence of the Magical Plague. Date 660 YSD. The Magical Plague returns this time, triggering all the necromancers turned undead after the discovery of Mother Naturo. Vane, a survivor of the original plague, is sent to investigate its source. Third Eclipse. Dragon Hunt. Date 717 YSD. During a brief lunar eclipse, a band of demons escapes into the world. They seek out the hidden strongholds of the Dragon Knights and begin a bloody secret war. The outcome of this conflict is unknown to date. Purge of the Necromancers 751 to 770 YSD. Mages from the Seven Cities try to expel necromancers. A civil war is unleashed in which the necromancers are valiantly defeated. Death of Vaniel. Date 756 YSD. Vaniel, High King of the Elves, dies and is succeeded by Alaron. Fall of the Seven Cities. Date 771 YSD. Necromancers found Herish. Mages found the Silver League, where necromancy is indefinitely forbidden. War of the Broken Staff. Date 813 to 822 YSD. War between Hers's leader Belkaf and the Silver Cities ends with Belkaf's defeat. Death of Sultan. Date 820 YSD. Mahir, a mage from the Silver Cities, defeat and kills the necromancer Sultan, right hand of Belkaf. Death of Belkaf. Date 822 YSD. Belkaf, the leader of the necromancer of Hershey's, is killed by mages from the Silver Cities. Fourth Eclipse. Falcon's Last Flight. Date 843 YSD. Demons led by Jezebeth invade the Holy Falcon Empire. Empress Maeve is slain. The royal family is massacred, the only survivor being Brendan Falcon. Civil War in the Falcon Empire. Date 845 to 853 YSD. Civil war erupts as the royal families contest for the Empire's throne. Rise of Griffin. Date 853 YSD. Duke Ivan Griffin establishes his rule over the renamed Holy Griffin Empire. Asrafir and the Binding Blade. Date 929 YSD. The wizard Asrafir allows demons to roam upon Ashan. Ultimately, his daughter Nadia uses the power of the Blade of Binding, an artifact with the power to control demons, to prevent the Blood Moon from occurring. Death of Sandro. Date unknown YST. Archmage Cyrus, united in purpose with Emperor Uleg of the Griffin Empire, lays siege on Lordkeep and destroys Sandro. War of the Grey Alliance. Date 951 YSD. The elves led by High King Alaron, the knights led by King Alexei, and the wizards led by Archmage Cyrus attack the demon sovereign in Shigov. Alaron and Cyrus refuse to help Alexei fight the sovereign, so Alexei goes in alone and is killed. 6th Eclipse. Queen Isabel's War. Date 969 YSD. Fighting occurs between the factions of Ashan and the demons, who fight over Queen Isabel of the Holy Empire. Isabel is captured by the demons and forced to mother the demon messiah, Seraph. Civil War in the Griffin Empire. Date 969 to 973 YSD. Viera, posing as the false Queen Isabel, and her Red Church conflict against the forces of Freydas Unicorn. The real Isabel and their allies. Upon defeat of the demons, Isabel abdicates in favor of Freyda, forming the Holy Unicorn Empire. Rise of Arentir. Date 972 YSD. Deathlord Arentir unites Herish and begins his quest to stop the prophecy of the Demon Messiah. Coming of the Demon Messiah. Date 989. The Demon Messiah Seraph has the option to embrace his humanity or reject it entirely by freeing his father Kabalev and demonkind. I'm gonna be putting in a disclaimer in this part. So, this timeline has a very high likelihood of being updated in the future since I think the franchise is still going on and new information might be dropped. So this video might be outdated eventually. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I personally had a blast making these videos. And yeah, I'm also gonna be diving into a topic from the previous video that I feel it needs to be explained a bit.